So today we're here at the Muni Arts Centre in Pontypridd and we're holding a Seed Fund sharing event. And this is the end of the first round of ArtWorks Cymru Seed Funds. We've had 4 projects running and today they're all presenting what they've done over the last 6 months.
We set out really to understand participatory arts within an expanded field. So to see different models of ways in which artists worked with communities, how they managed to draw them in, how they were funded, and also, and I think this was really important, how they not only worked with the community, so the working with morale, working with creativity and exploration of ideas, but also generated high-end art products as well.
What Natasha's saying is a really good way of thinking about it, is that the art form itself has to be, you know, for the course that Natasha's delivering, it has to be art form centred, and it has to be about quality. And we're saying in ArtWorks, you know, the practice has to be about quality, and that in itself is an art form, you know. So these two things synergise really well.
Yeah. This particular piece of work was important because there's a number of organisations delivering really great training, and it felt like there hasn't been any joint up thinking around how those training programs could complement one another. We also felt as an organisation that what we were offering our trainees was a great opportunity to engage in some really great training, but actually what do they really want to get out of it? Do they want accreditation? I think is a big question for us. Or do they want to be recognised within the field of having gone through that training and are in a better position to do the work that participatory arts needs from them, or, you know, do the work that they need to do as facilitators, essentially.
So I think this has been a really important piece of work because hospitals are really unique environments to work in, and they can be very overwhelming and confusing places to be if you're not used to that environment. And as an artist working in that environment, it's difficult to know where your place is within the structure of the NHS. And also on a hectic, unpredictable environment of the ward, it's kind of quite difficult to know your place as an artist. And a lot of issues can arise, both ethical issues and health and safety issues, that it's really important that you're aware of before you work in that kind of environment. So the toolkit kind of starts to give some awareness of some of these issues for artists.
We really wanted to produce a really well-researched kind of induction pack that would help break down some of those barriers, help artists with kind of knowledge and preparation that they might need in advance, and any kind of potential issues that might come up that they could read about and be informed about in advance.
There's also, I think, a greater understanding amongst those who've been involved with the project of some of the requirements of working within this context. For those people who are working within the house board, understanding the needs of the artists, and maybe for people who are practitioners, understanding a bit more about how some of the house boards work across Wales.
So this is the copy of what we've done so far, and now it's over to everybody else. We want to get people's feedback on it. We're going to put it online. It's going to be available electronically for people to use. We're going to use it in some training that different members of the network are going to deliver, and we also want to make it an all Wales document, so we're involving people in North Wales and we want to translate it into Welsh.
We wanted to ensure that projects didn't fail, because often if there's not clear objectives or aims with a project, they could easily fail.
We just saw this as a great opportunity to do something quite basic in many ways, asking some of those key questions about how you develop those projects in the first place, how you work with partners, and then to actually walk people through that process.
And we'd like to develop it to be available online so that it can be perhaps more interactive for users.
And we would also like to use it as an agency, a tool for artists in a wider way. So perhaps do some training sessions or seminars with people looking at how they can actually use it on the ground.